Hello, hello, hello. Trying to get live on Instagram too. I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, X, and now I believe I am live on Instagram. I am. If anybody's out there, I'm looking for a little advice. So nobody's here yet. This was not a planned live, so I just thought I'd give it a shot. Somebody joined on Instagram. Hello, Gilius Design. So I am on my boat live in Carrabelle, Florida on Salty Abandon. And although I have sailed a lot of different places and from Orange Beach, Alabama to the Keys, I am not a mechanic. And I'm having some interesting problems. I just thought I'd get on here and talk about them. So my AIS has always worked. And there was a company back home that did an operation. Thank you, Florida Buckeyes. Yeah, I'm having a little issue. Makes me nervous to do my crossing to Tarpon Springs. My AIS doesn't seem to be real accurate. Now, it's always worked, whether it was on this boat or on my last boat. I've never had to worry about it. It's a Garmin AIS 800. But someone did an operation, that's what I called it, surgery on my system when they installed my new Garmin autopilot, and a lot of things didn't work. They had to come back, and I couldn't get my depth and my wind speed on my chart plotter, and I know how to put those things on my display, but I just couldn't even find it. So I have a feeling something was unplugged. This is the problem when you don't know how to install these things yourself. So now my AIS seems to be a little inconsistent. Like the normal, it's not behaving normally. I have a lot of miles on this boat. So when I know when something's not behaving normally, I just can't tell you why. And Garmin's not available today because it's Sunday. So I'm going to be calling tomorrow morning. Looks like I'll be crossing Tuesday. I was going to do it tomorrow, but it's getting kind of kicked up out there. And I have 2 of these on board. And I'm looking for the calmest day possible. I don't want to scare them to death for 25, 28 hours. So Florida Buckeyes, yeah, I definitely want to see you while I'm there. So if anybody out there has any advice, about AIS, I'll probably have to wait until but if I look, normally when I start the boat, I'm starting to get beep, 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 because I'm picking up the boats around me. That doesn't happen in a bit. And I'm wondering if I'm even transmitting. But here in Carrabelle, I know there's boats around me. There's a fishing buoy that could work as AIS backup. It's cheap from China. Thank you. That was from Sailing Argovia over on Instagram. I don't know if I have time for it to get here from China, but I'm okay with traveling without the AIS, other than if I'm, at night. Then I'm a little nervous about it. If it's inconsistent, that's not going to bother me until I have to go overnight, because I'll, be napping a little bit. So that's my issue. Hoping it's raining outside and the boat's kind of rocking in here. I'm hoping that Garmin can walk me through whatever's going on. My backbone is sitting there in my locker. It wasn't viewable before. It is now. It got moved or something. Also, my Weather XM antenna is not. The satellite's on. It's not portraying any of the stuff on my chart plotter. Like I said, all this stuff just worked. Something, I don't know, get plugged in right. Something got shorted out. I don't know. So that's where I am. And if anybody knows of anybody that has good technical skills with Garmin here in Carrabelle, probably not. And hey, Randy Halterwanger, how are you? Good to see you. So I'm trying to figure that out. Other than that, the cats have done pretty well on the boat. They don't seem to move much when I'm going, though, so I'm a little worried about 24 hours of them not moving and drinking water. But they seem to be doing okay. So that's basically my story. I'm going to have to call Garmin in the morning and do some troubleshooting, because when I look up my location, like on marine traffic or vessel finder, it's not accurate. It's like past locations. If anybody knows anything about those, are they always that way? Is that the normal thing? I'm just worried that it's not working, and it just gets kind of nerve-wracking when I'm trying to about to make a crossing at night. So I may not feel as comfortable just to, take a little nap in the cockpit like I normally do. Hey, Jen. Thanks for joining in. She's on Instagram. So let's see. Hey, Cindy McGregor. Hi, cheering you on. Thank you. Had a few issues. I haven't even gotten out of the panhandle yet, and I've run into some issues. The autopilot's working now, but I'm just worried about the AIS. And what does that stand for? Automatic Identification System? I think so. It shows what it does. It transmits and receives. I want to make sure I'm transmitting and receiving, so I'm seeing other boats and they're seeing me. So that's where I am. I don't really have much to say. This might be a short live unless somebody else has some great advice. Brian, hey Brian, maybe you got some good advice about AIS. That's it. I'm here in Carrabelle, storming a little bit outside, boat's rocking, safely tied up. I've been here many times. I'm at the moorings at Carrabelle. Very friendly place. Came in yesterday. I was going to stay 2 nights, but I may stay 3. Wait for a more cat-friendly crossing. But in the meantime, I do need to figure out if my AIS is transmitting and receiving. Like I said, not an expert. I'm not able to install these things myself, but I know when they're not working the same because I've got a lot of miles sailing with an AIS and, my Weather XM. I know the subscription is activated. I usually only turn it on for certain, crossings like this one. I can do without one because I can Starlink. Oh, I know an electronic guy here in Tarpon area and can ask him of his knowledge in AIS. Yes, please. Oh, is this Florida? Is it Florida Buckeye? Because he's on. He's right here on YouTube. This is Florida Buckeyes. Oh, you are Florida Buckeyes. Okay, you're one and the same. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I just, yeah, I definitely, wow, the boat is really rocking. You can see it. Wow. I would like, if I could just talk to him, maybe go through some troubleshooting. Like I said, when I open up my locker, the backbone is sitting there where I can see it where it wasn't before. So somebody worked on my boat. And I don't know, did they move it? Did something get unplugged? This is what I'm not qualified to figure it out. So I don't want it to hold me up. You know what I'm saying? I did figure out what plan to switch to on Starlink, so at least I can check that. I will text him now. I'm not sure his knowledge on that, but he does do boat electronics. Okay. Brian, do you have my cell phone number? I want to... If you could private message me on Instagram, I'll send it to you. Let me see if I can do that now. That would be great. Garmin, I could have sworn that Garmin was open 24 hours, but I guess they're not. They're not open on Sunday. Their customer service. I'm looking for you. Here we go. Okay, Brian, there you are. Okay, here's my cell phone. Sending that to you. Do you want to text me there? I'm not super good at Instagram. Let me see how to private message. Okay, I just sent it to you. So that's me, the non-mechanic sailor. So, you know, it's really nice when these things work. So what else can I tell you in the meantime? I'll be anxious to get to the West Coast of Florida. Copy that. I received it. I'll get a hold of him and let you know to contact if he's knowledgeable in that area. That'd be great. I'll be glad when I get to the West Coast of Florida because I will be able to go. If it's bad weather, I can go down the intercoastal. In my old boat, in my IP-27, my Island Packet 27, I could go this whole distance to Orange Beach to Carrabelle inside route. You know, weather doesn't stop, that won't stop me. But in this boat, I have a 48-foot mast. So there's a couple of 50-foot bridges that I'm not willing to take a risk going under. And but when I get to the West Coast of Florida, I can go inside route if I need to, all the way to Fort Myers. So it won't delay me. And AIS is not as important. Weather XM, don't even have to worry about that. But I did figure out the right package for Starlink for offshore. I've never used that. I've never upgraded to that package. So I got on ChatGPT and kind of did a refresh. So if I have that, then I'm not going to worry about what's going on with my Weather XM antenna. Is inside route intercoastal? Yeah, Jen wanted to know is inside route intercoastal. That's correct. The intercoastal waterway. It's nice to have an option, and when it's heavy seas, you know, it's not really fun in heavy seas, especially with a couple of cats. So inside route can be kind of bumpy too, because you're basically going through water, you know, some inland bays and everything that they've made part of it, and it can get kind of, they're big, and the wind can come whipping through there and you know, make it real heavy seas even in a bay. But I feel like the panhandle's keeping me down. Not really, but dodge the tugboats. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's where AIS also comes in handy. The barges call out and say, "Hey, port to port." So, anyway, Brian, yeah, that'd be great. I'll message him and see if he's available. But if anybody has anything or anybody want to ask any questions, I'll probably go ahead and end this. I just watched a live on TikTok of some sailors talking about what they cook. And one of them was on there, and she's like, "Oh, you should bring Tinsley on." Then I was like, "Oh, they're talking about cooking. I really can't add much there." So I'm not a mechanic. I'm not an electrician. And I'm not really not much of a cook either. What good am I? Well, I'm a sailor. I'm a good real estate agent. Hope the AIS gets settled soon. Thank you, Jen. I'm usually good with you know, technical stuff. I know how to use them. Don't know how to set them up is the problem. So anyway, that's it for now. Hope to work it out. Hope to be crossing. Was hoping for tomorrow, but it looks like it's going to be Tuesday unless that changes. You know how weather is. Not a mechanic, cook, but a great friend and a realtor. Thank you. I can cook, but it's nothing fancy. It usually takes a few minutes. I like to cook on the grill here. I sound like a guy, don't I? But there was guys on there that were making stuff like, "Oh, you got to have this kind of olive oil and everything." And I'm pretty simple when it comes to these things. Great friend and realtor. I like that. So anyway, that's it. And with that, I'll update you when I have some pretty good news. Salty Bannon out.